Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of System Link, this time for Wednesday, the 1st of October, 2025. I'm your host, Jonathan Garrett, joined as always by my co-host, Mike Hazelton from the Xbox Guide. Mike, so helpful that you are, in fact, from the Xbox Guide, because, ooh, Doctor, have we got an episode to cover tonight? We're getting you in for this one. This is the one we really needed you, but I still needed you for every other episode. Mike, how are you feeling right now? Unpack your gut reaction. I know we've got a lot to cover and a lot to discuss tonight, but how are we feeling going into tonight's episode?
Oh, it's great. I love the drama.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I started the whole website based on sort of Game Pass value, so it's really intriguing when this sort of thing comes out. And we have picked a good day to do this show because it always seems to be
Right.
Wednesdays that we get a big bombshell.
And how many times, though, have we had to deal with like a state of play being at 10 o'clock? We're like mid-show and everyone's like just checking it out and we have no idea. So tonight we are going to be covering the Wolverine and Saros gameplay reveals. We didn't get a chance to talk about it last week. We sort of just mentioned it in passing. And of course, then our big sort of main deep dive tonight, our big reaction is going to be to the recent Xbox Game Pass pricing announcements. Just want to give a shout out to everyone who jumped into chat already. Tom, FCW, Jess, Chronic, thank you so much for jumping in. It's great to see you all. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting discourse on this episode tonight, and I look forward very much to that back and forth. So please just throw it into chat. We'll keep sort of segueing and referring to you guys. You got any questions, anything specific you want us to cover, please throw that in there too. But great to see so many of you in there tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's get to some quick fire news items before we get into our headlines. So we had Ghost of Yotei launch recently with the reviews being pretty damn good. We saw an obvious uptick compared to Ghost of Tsushima, a lot of things being addressed there in terms of performance, some really high praise for the storytelling. It just seems to be Sucker Punch once again iterating smartly and putting out a really, really solid classic sort of Sony first-party title that with all the live service wonkiness that's going on at the moment, I think it's a really needed win for them, and so that's really exciting. In a sort of weird business bit of news, we had the EA private acquisition go through. The 55 billies get dropped for that deal, not to be, of course, to come in second to Microsoft's 69 Activision, 69 billion dollars worth of acquisition money's being dropped there, but EA now going to be a private company with most of their leadership staying in place. We don't really know what that's going to look like long term in terms of studio infrastructure, any closures, any restructuring, etc. But kind of a watch this space moment. Ubisoft Vantage is now officially a thing. We heard that they were going to be divesting a little bit and spinning off a studio that was going to focus on their core franchises. So in this case, that means Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, and Rainbow Six. No word yet on whether other Tom Clancy titles will fall underneath that, but that is definitely something that's, again, another interesting one to watch, sort of what that looks like and whether they can perhaps break that Ubisoft formula. And then finally, we have to acknowledge some probably predictable but still sad news. Avalanche are closing their UK studio and are cutting back their two other studios, one I believe in Stockholm and the other I've forgotten. It's just really shit news in a cavalcade of closures and cutbacks and mismanagement and teams having to feel the pinch following the cancellation of Contraband, their previous partnership from Xbox First Party. So a real shame there. I'm hoping very much that we see these studios, even in the case of Avalanche, which has multiple branches, we see them rise from those ashes and continue to produce things. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for jumping in. Great to see you all in chat again. That's lovely to see. So that'll about do it for our quick fire news items. Let's get to the headlines. Kicking off tonight, we have the recent Tokyo Game Showcase, Forza Horizon 6. Leaked, I believe. I always try and stay clear of
Yeah,
leaks.
it's been yeah, but I feel like this Horizon has been rumored for ages, possibly even before Forza Horizon 5. It's been rumored that they were going to do one set in Japan. So, yeah, it's been around.
It's been cooking for a minute. I love the setting. I think it's so cool that they've gone this way with it. It's really interesting. And while I think it is a shame that we're not going to get any sort of mainline. I think this is Forza now. I don't think the mainline titles are going to continue. It is really nice to see that this series, which I always think did have a little bit more personality and a bit more sort of a unique spin on this, it actually feels more like Drive Club. If you've got Gran Turismo at one end and then Forza Motorsport occupying that space for Xbox, that sort of middle ground between, like, say, like a Burnout or Need for Speed and then like a Gran Turismo always seem to be things like Drive Club and Forza Horizon, and this I think is slotting really nicely in there. I know obviously there'll be more to see. I would imagine, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little more at the Game Awards at the end of the year, but I was just really excited to see this. I think it's as Tom said, and I wish I hadn't said his name, because now I could have pretended this one-liner was mine. It's been on the horizon for many a year. I'll show myself out.
I would have known. I would have known that wasn't yours.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Thank you. I don't know how to feel about that. Whether that's something that should be a compliment or an insult. Maybe it's both. Mike, how are you feeling about Forza Horizon 6? Where did that land for you?
Yeah, good. I personally. I do really enjoy the Horizon games, but possibly not as much as some people. I don't know if I've quite got Horizon fatigue. Personally, I would prefer a good mainline Forza game, which I feel like we haven't had for a long, long time. But with Playground, you're going to get a really accomplished racing game. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I think the setting will be nice. It'll feel quite different. So yeah, feeling good about it, and it's important. Although we basically knew it was coming. I mean, Phil and everyone had dropped massive hints about it, so we kind of knew. But it's nice to have it in the roadmap, which was starting to get a bit thin again after some of the cancellations. Yeah,
for sure. And I think even though it fills in, like you said, that sort of like it does occupy a nice space within the roadmap. It's a nice sort of next step for them to establish some new titles, having had so much that's been cut back. I definitely am hoping very much that we see a bit of a revisit and a revamp on how multiplayer is integrated. I find it very convoluted to navigate. It's always been the weakest part of these games. I can say, though, that Forza Horizon 5, when the PS5 version came out, I did play with a couple of buddies of mine, shout out to Rocco and Chits, that we did play across PC, Xbox, and PlayStation seamlessly. And it was a really easy, that part was a really easy experience, the actual getting into a game together. It was the bit after that. It was sort of entering open matchmaking or finding an event. It always seemed like it just seems like there was too many barriers or it's too convoluted to kind of navigate that. So I'm hoping we get a slightly streamlined, slicker version of that navigation. Whether that is a UI issue, as opposed to it being a playlist issue, I don't know. Whether, I've always found, again, a lot of the UI in these games to be quite unnecessarily complex. So I would like to see that. That would definitely be an expectation for me going to this one, is a bit of a simplification of how we navigate these games online. I think would be really appreciated.
Yeah, I would. Now there's a gap with Forza Motorsport. I feel like they could try to appeal to everyone. You're never going to match quite the simulation elements of Motorsport, but having a more traditional like career option that goes alongside the open world, even if it's like a separate launcher or something. I just missed the linearity of Project Gotham, Forza Motorsport, those sort of games. I love just messing around in Forza Horizon as well, but when it comes to the actual races, I've always enjoyed them more in the Forza Motorsport games.
I hear you. I'm a sucker for the point-to-point. I've got a real hole in my heart for Burnout. I really miss that experience, and I think there's definitely a space right now. Given Need for Speed seems pretty dormant, I think there's a space there that's missing that could certainly be occupied. It's interesting, actually, FTW saying I'm a racing hater, so I don't really think much about it, to be honest. Had you ever been interested in any racing games, FTW? Had there been anything that you kind of went, oh, this I enjoyed, but now it's just not really a genre that you follow? Tom coming in saying, go on.
Oh, sorry, go on. No, so I was just going to say, I something that's really I've noticed with racing games in the last, 10, even maybe 20 years, is the lack of progression that you get in them now. I used to love, even in Mario Kart, you do 50cc and you go into 100cc and then 150cc. Now it's like you get into the game and they give you a supercar that you try, and it's like, oh, we're taking that away. That was just a tutorial, and then you're in like quite a shit car, but half an hour later you can just buy a supercar again. And I remember in Project Gotham, I'm not sure if it was 1 or 2, but like I think you had to get gold on every single track, and then you got like the Porsche 911 at the end, and I was into that. I don't even like cars that much, but getting that at the end that I think was the best car you could have in multiplayer was like a massive thing for me. And now it just feels like they give you everything straight away. Yeah,
no, absolutely. Tom clarifying as well, also not a Horizon fan, feels like the open world arcade races killed those much more curated arcade racing games, bring back Pure, etc. Yeah, I love a Split Fiction. I love a Burnout. Like Split Fiction? Split Second. Split Fiction's also great. But no, Split Second was one of my absolute faves of the 360 era, and I think the idea of addressing the progression and making it seem a little bit more streamlined and focused, I think is an element that, as we often say, we've said this about studios perhaps having, feature creep and games bloating outside of their intended scope. We've seen that a lot with this need for sequels to be some huge effort, whereas actually iteration is often the most successful approach to take, and I think that's something I'd love to see from them. As I don't need them to reinvent the wheel with Forza Horizon 6. Just make it a little bit more accessible and make that progression cleaner and easier to understand, and I think that will then tick some boxes. So
I'd love to know if that is a priority for them, if they see that as an issue. I don't know what people en masse if they have any issues with Forza Horizon, or if it's just if Playground just think it's just more of the same. We don't need to do anything differently. I don't know if that's just kind of an us problem, or
essentially we could be echo chambering right now, right? This might not be something that's wider sentiment, but hope we see more on this in terms of like specifics. I'd love to get like a post showcase direct on this. I think this is the kind of game where you could spend 20 minutes deep diving into the weeds of it and show us that clarity and see if that is something that they consider an issue and whether or not it's going to be addressed. Something we missed out on last week, didn't get a chance to talk about, was the Wolverine gameplay reveal from Insomniac. I only really had one expectation going into this, which is that I didn't want it to feel like Spider-Man. I didn't want them to shy away from his R-rated history, from his darker origins, and the more visceral combat that you would associate with a character like Wolverine. And I feel like that trailer, perhaps almost to a fault, because it was like relentlessly violent, and there wasn't a huge amount of story context in there. I feel like that was a statement. That was very much a choice by them, is they wanted to make it so that there was no confusion, there was no misinterpretation. The unveiling of this game was very much a comic accurate, rated R, darker take on the character, which is exactly what it should be, and a really nice point of differentiation from the Spider-Man games, both 1, 2, and Miles Morales. Insomniac are just becoming a Marvel Games factory, and it's so exciting to see that team not only maintain its viability, but become kind of one of the crown jewels in Sony. I would elevate them now up to Sucker Punch and Naughty Dog, as and maybe like Santa Monica Studio is like they're within their top 5 of their infrastructure. Yeah. This, I think, too, will sit really nicely alongside those rumored the other Spider-Man titles, the Venom spin-off that's been rumored. And look, I mean, if this leads to, like, we've already seen Mystique pop up in the trailer, if this leads to some kind of X-Men crossover game, and we then start bringing in Spider-Man with a cameo, and like they kind of build their own little Marvel universe of games, that's a really exciting, constant feed of different takes and iterative gameplay. This really landed for me. Really, really excited for this. Yeah, Tom mentioning Wolverine, or X-Men Origins Wolverine. Shit film, but great game, right? Like, the film sucked, but the game was awesome, and what was technically a tie-in. It was one of those sort of really rare instances where a movie tie-in game totally landed. I remember playing that back on the 360 and loving it. What was your sort of initial impression of this trailer? What was your takeaway?
I mean, I loved how visceral it was. The combat looked really nice. But as someone who hasn't played Spider-Man, I felt it looked a lot like Spider-Man, apart from the combat, which I guess is fine. But you can kind of treat it as almost another game in that broad series of games. You know, enough time has passed, so it's not an issue. I do think if you had if you had a Spider-Man spin-off that launched around the same time, or a bit after, they would maybe be a bit too you can see the engine it's like the same. But I personally, if I had the opportunity to, I'd love to just get in this world and
Yeah.
You can tell the combat is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So satisfying.
That another takeaway too I had from this was the obvious multiple locations. We saw Madripoor, which is the fictional city that featured in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the MCU series. We saw Madripoor, we saw New York. You know, we've seen like there was like a snowy sequence with him in the full costume but on a motorbike. So I think there's going to be a lot more environmental variation. You know, Spider-Man, as you'd expect, is in New York. So this is a really great opportunity for them to vary their environments and obviously dip into a combat system that is much more melee focused and certainly much more intense. It's landed really well. I think it was definitely one of two highlights from the show. And speaking of highlights from the show, we'll be remiss if we didn't mention Saros, the Housemarque first-party title, also coming to PlayStation next year. Confirmed to be 2026, early 2026, which was really cool to get. I adore this studio. This is Dead Nation, Alien Nation, Resogun,
Super Stardust.
Super Stardust. And that I have you to thank for that. I have you to thank for Super Stardust. That was a
mighty
recommendation.
Just that Dead Nation, and then I checked out of PlayStation. But
no, but Dead
games.
Nation is an unbelievably good game, and it's just a top-down twin stick. It's nothing actually that remarkable, but it's so responsive and so well designed with such great attention to detail. I always remember the jiggly bottle physics when you walk past like a vending machine that's leaked like that. just what a great experience. And fast forward now all the way to this gen, Returnal is probably one of my I'd put that in one of my favorite PlayStation 5 games of this gen, no question. That is in a top 5. Co-oping that game was so much fun. And this actually looks in some ways actually closer to Returnal, I think, than some of their other work. This feels like a sort of, again, an iterative sequel. This actually, I think, addresses the template we've talked about. We mentioned it earlier. We've mentioned it a bunch of times on this show, that this is how a studio at that level, sort of double A, but with first-party backing, this is how you follow up a game. This is how you create a sequel, because it just feels so appropriately scoped and totally in line. This is not a Microsoft mandating co-op in Redfall situation. This is the studio making the kind of game that they are great at making, and being given perhaps a little bit more scope and wiggle room to do that, where they'd always really, like, they were second party for PlayStation for over a decade. So the buyout was inevitable. The support from them was great. This was my highlight of the show, of the PlayStation Showcase last week. Just that really tight arcade feel, really slick in terms of performance. Great to see. I could see in chat, FTW Tom just really positive about it too. Mentioned Geometry Wars, you know, an old addiction back from the 360 era. This landed really, really. But this is probably one of my most anticipated for next year, no question.
Yeah, I haven't played Returnal. I think, look, watching it, you can tell it's quite tight. I would like to have played Returnal, I think, to know how it's going to feel. I think it's probably one of those that you have to play to really experience it. But like you say, that just the trajectory of that studio has been perfect. So considered and so sort of steady, very slow sort of iteration, game by game, as they've got to this point. But yeah, really responsibly done. And also just on the roadmap thing, this is going to be a high-scoring game. Wolverine is going to be a really high-scoring game. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Ghost of Yotei basically beats anything Microsoft have produced. Again, like it just you can talk about the roadmap and first party and stuff, but it's a lot of it is about the quality of the games. I think to a large degree, you would rather have almost like a generation-defining game in a particular genre, or from a studio, like the best game they can release on that platform, and I would swap that for like 3 or 4, you know, middle-of-the-road first-party games that we get quite a lot from Xbox.
Yeah, I think that Sony definitely suffered from their pivot, right? Which is that the live service gambit just didn't pay off. You got the Bungie buyout, where now they've had to completely go in and redo their management, and Marathon's been indefinitely delayed. I'm not convinced that game's coming out. I think we could see that go the way of Concord. Perhaps not quite in the same context, but certainly evoking that similar experience. So it's actually really nice to see that they have listened. They've looked at what isn't working. Multiple games were cancelled before they were even announced, which actually, as disappointing as it is for someone like myself with something like The Last of Us Online, if it sucked, then don't show it. Don't waste the time, and don't then subvert our expectations or underwhelm because those things aren't ready. You know, I'm.
And also, if you cancel it early enough, you stop the studio from closing by cancelling it in year one or year two.
Okay,
if you leave it to year 4 or 5, you've screwed them.
Yeah, because you've invested too much, and that's where Concord went wrong. That's where that then completely just fell apart.
Yeah.
But you know, they got rid of that. Naughty Dog incubating, working on Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, and probably a Last of Us Part 3, I would reasonably assume. When Ben Studios' live service game got cancelled and Days Gone 2 was cancelled, that studio still exists. They're still working on their next thing, which is great. Santa Monica Studio, they were supposed to be working on a live service game. That got canned. But they're now working on their next RPG, which is unannounced. So these studios are able to continue despite these projects being pivoted away as their strategy has evolved. And that, to me, is a really smart business decision. They haven't doubled down on something that wasn't working. They have gone back to what has always defined this console, and why, despite the softened sales, we can reasonably say both Xbox and PlayStation haven't had the conversion rate from last gen to this gen. You don't sell 80 million consoles for no reason, you know, and that's where they've been able to leverage PC. We've seen them release Helldivers 2 on Xbox. The walls are crumbling, but the console hardware is still doing the business.
It's really, really hard to admit when you're wrong, especially if you're in a really senior position, because people are expecting you to just be confident. And sometimes I think even if you, like in the back of your mind, you think this decision's wrong, you have to kind of go all in to convince everyone else that you know what you're doing.
There's teams and budgets and pre-planning, and this is it's not an instant trigger to be pulled. You know, so this was
if you made the original...
Yeah, it's a big gambit.
If you made the original decision like a year ago or 2 years ago to pivot, and then you've got to kind of pivot back again, but it's like you say, they made the decision, you know, you wouldn't have wanted it to be much later than kind of it's happened, but you can see the fruits of it already. Whereas I think from those Microsoft studios that have had games cancelled, if they're still in existence, you're not going to see, you know, the products coming out of that for a long time. Because the games were so far along,
and also other stuff was then announced super early as well, because they had to be in the conversation. It was a confluence of issues there. So that will about do it now for our headlines. Now we're getting to the big reaction, our unpacking of today's recent announcement of the Xbox Game Pass tier and price adjustments. Stick with us, because we're going to be going into our reactions. Here we are, Mike Hazelton from the Xbox Guide. Let's talk about it. In summary, for anyone that hasn't caught up on the Xbox Wire post and the stuff that is now flooding social media, Xbox Game Pass has had its tiers rebranded. Some very PlayStation Plus naming, by the way, that I clocked there, both across Essential and Premium. 2 of the 3 tiers being exactly the same names. We now have Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. All 3 tiers now offer some degree of cloud streaming. All 3 tiers offer PC games as well as part of their subscriptions. So I'm trying to extract some good before we inevitably get to the unpack of where we're going with this. So all 3 now offering cloud streaming. The top tier Ultimate now offers 1440p and the shortest queue times. They've removed the beta from cloud gaming, so Xbox Cloud Gaming is now officially out of beta with this change. The PC Game Pass tier still exists, not featured currently in this graphic, but I should point out that I mean, this is the US pricing, but for $13.49 a month in the UK, and I'll be getting to more on this in a bit, that includes day one Xbox releases as well as cloud streaming and EA Play, right? We'll get there. One of the additional changes to the Ultimate tier, the biggest change has been the price increase. I don't believe Essential or Premium, yes, rebranded, but I think the pricing of those tiers has remained largely the same.
Which is a positive. So effectively, they get cloud streaming.
Yes.
You know, on Essential you get cloud streaming, which is pretty good for the money.
Yeah, so $6.99 and $10.99 is the current pricing for UK pricing. Obviously, I know again we've got the dollar pricing here, but I wanted to use this graphic because I think it really illustrates the changes really well. So if anything, so there's added value at that bottom end, and then in that sort of middle tier, they've made a sort of a really interesting cadence commitment in the premium tier, which is that Xbox published titles appear within a year of launch. Now, whether that speaks to, do we then look at that as maybe like extrapolating that that's when PS5 ports would start to emerge? We don't know that yet. There's been too many different versions of this to really know. Stuff like South of Midnight that I'd expected to already have a port announced hasn't. We're still, 6 months from launch from that, so we don't really know. Starfield is another one, absolutely. Again, that Halo Master Chief Collection. We're getting supposedly a Halo announcement on that. Quick segue. We're going to be getting that from the Halo Next event. So they said projects plural. So whether that's the Halo remake, also, a Master Chief port, and then the next Halo game, we don't know quite what that looks like. But yeah,
and no Call of Duty ever in that tier. No, basically.
Correct. Yeah, that remains locked to Ultimate, which they made clear. So obviously in this update. So I think if we're going to extract some positives, I think there's been some added value with those lower tiers. I think adding the cloud streaming across all the tiers is a really interesting commitment from them. And to talk about sort of like, the premium version offering slightly shorter queue times as a sort of slightly added incentive. But it was the cadence I found so interesting, that they acknowledged not day one titles, that's reserved for Ultimate, but that new Xbox published games will appear within a year of their launch.
Because there have been a few. When I was doing the summaries for the website, there have been a few that just weirdly didn't show up after a year, and there was no obvious reason why. So it's kind of nice to get that commitment, even if it excludes Call of Duty, and also nice to get the PC games. But as they're trying to entice more people onto PC, I think it makes a lot of sense to just stick those in. I mean, yeah, the PC Game Pass thing is insane.
Well, let's get to that, because it's something that's going to reinform the conversation, actually. So let's just very quickly, just in terms of additions to Ultimate, obviously that we've had, that's the price increase, £10 increase, $10 increase, and I think for us it's gone from $16.99 to
22,
I think.
22.99.
22.99, that's correct. They're bundling in Ubisoft Classic, so there's a library of games there. It also now includes the Fortnite Crew subscription, which is worth $9.99 in itself. And Ubisoft Classics, I think, is something, again, a similar price, $9.99.
What do you get with that?
It's a library of about 50 games, both old titles and newer. So there's some
the Fortnite thing.
Oh, Fortnite Crew. So you get the Battle Pass included with that. You get X amount of V-Bucks every month. Okay. And a couple of exclusive skins. So there's things that roll on with that every month. Just allows you basically access to the Battle Pass guaranteed every single month, with some unique tiers within that. In terms of value, if that's something you're into, and I hope that will allude to where I'm sitting with this, in terms of value, if you're playing Fortnite, why the hell are you not doing it? Because if you're on Xbox and you're using that and you like Ubisoft games and you want to get that library and you want to get onto Fortnite, that's going to save you money in that sense. And I'm very generously finding a silver lining there with that. We're going to get to
if you play games other than Fortnite as well, though, if all you play is Fortnite, then or say you play Fortnite and Rocket League, and free-to-play games,
this probably wouldn't be in consideration. You'd be looking at Essential if you're going to do anything, right? Because all of them include online multiplayer. That is another point of clarification that I'm grateful for, is that there's no more nonsense about this tier with 20 games doesn't have online multiplayer, but this one does. They just got rid of that. It's cleaner branding, and I think they've outlined the different tiers much better than we've seen historically. I think the price increase, the forced price increase, is incredibly stupid. I do not play Fortnite. I would like to keep Xbox Day One games. In order for me to do that now, I have to pay extra for a thing, part of my sub, I'm simply not going to use. And I don't like that. I would rather have there be a day one, and that's when it's going to get muddled then, isn't it? You're going to have too many tiers again. It's going to become a problem. But I would much rather pay $19.99 a month because they wanted to add in Ubisoft Classics, say. And the same argument could be made. If you don't like Ubisoft games, again, you're going to be feeling the same thing I am about the Fortnite thing. So it's always relative to you. And also, there's also, to devil's advocate, that you pay for Netflix, but you're not expected to watch everything on Netflix. It's not all for you. You just determined if there's enough on there to justify that cost. My issue is that as a current Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, I'm now going to have to pay more to keep the things I want because it's adding things I don't. And that is a problem for me. Yeah, that's where I've landed with that.
Yeah, it it should be in the same way that you get this month you get whatever the finals
The
currency
perk.
included, or I think it would make sense to do it as a perk. They could also do it as, if you're in Ultimate, you get 50% off the battle pass, or there's a bolt on, you get half price access to Ubisoft classics or whatever. But then they're not doing it to add value. They're doing it to justify the price increase.
To charge more.
And I think that's an important difference, because it's not like we want to give people more, so
No.
we're going to get a deal with Ubisoft to be able to include their games, but we'll have to do an increase as well.
Because,
it's not like that.
If that was the case, that's closer to what they've done with Essential and Premium and the cloud streaming, right? The price is the same, we're adding a feature, right? Much like Nintendo Switch Online for Switch 2, adding the GameCube games as part of the expansion pack. There was no additional cost to that. Now, we can go into segue about Nintendo then charging for voice chat in a year from now, but that's fine. Great. Let's talk about the PC Game Pass tier. Now, I really wanted to look into this because this was very interesting to me. As someone that is now starting to dip a toe in PC, as someone who is reading the sentiment around that's the growth market, and also looking at the pricing for $13.49 a month, so sort of sitting only just above the premium tier and significantly lower now than the new Ultimate price, you're getting day one Xbox games on PC there, as if it's much like the Ultimate sub. You're getting EA Play in there as well, not Ubisoft Classics, not the Fortnite thing, but you're getting EA Play included within that. And it's the 400 plus games. It is the same fundamental library that you're getting with Ultimate. And when I looked this up on their website, this stuff really fascinates me. I love seeing how they present stuff like this. An equivalent of this, the 3 columns, as we're showing on the screen right now, appears on the Game Pass website. You scroll past all the ads, all the sort of gubbins explaining what you get. And you get down to the bottom and there's this. There's a tiny, when I say tiny, I mean like sort of a little rectangle box that says unhide PC tier. Or hide PC tier.
Yeah, I can imagine, I bet.
And you click that, and it pops in. You have to scroll down further, and it pops in underneath the big glowing 3 tiers above. The PC Game Pass tier, which, by the way, I actually going to verify this. I would love to know if it includes the cloud streaming as well.
I mean, it must do now. I don't think it did before.
No,
because the other 2 didn't.
Let me do a
But
quick
it'd be
live
quite
fact
weird
check
for
on
it
that.
not to.
Just to
It used to
see.
be one, or was it EA? Maybe EA Play that didn't include before.
Yeah. Let's look at the view. Oh, that's it. This is what it looks like. I don't know, folks, whether we can see that. My contrast on my screen, I think, is too bright. No, you can't see it. But view PC only plan is a tiny little drop down at the bottom of the screen. Doesn't mention streaming. So I don't think PC Game Pass includes the streaming option. So that's interesting. I think
that is interesting because I think you would get quite a significant number of people who are playing on like competent PCs, but would maybe prefer to cloud stream some stuff. It's interesting that they would be forced into, basically the console tiers.
Yeah, let's. Yes, you
Yeah,
need.
I remember.
You need Game Pass.
Yeah, I feel like that used to be the case.
You need Game Pass Ultimate for that.
Well, now though you don't, do you? Because you could do Essential, and you'd have the PC games and cloud streaming, presumably. So you'd be making a choice to not have the big library of games, but you would have cloud streaming.
Right. Oh, that's
Which I guess you couldn't do before.
No, I don't. I'm not sure now. I'm just trying to do like a chat. Is there any clarification on that you might have seen somewhere? Can you do cloud streaming with just a PC Game Pass subscription? That's what I'm looking for right now.
It's not on there. I mean, I would assume you can't.
Yeah.
They would have just matched the. Matched what was on there.
I thought just
But like, I don't know how
I think
big of a
I think you
deal that is.
can.
Oh, really?
I just did a bit of a. That's hilariously. I did use Copilot to have a
I
look.
wouldn't. You can't. I don't think you can trust something that's been announced today on. I don't know.
PC Game Pass lets you stream Xbox games on your Windows PC via the Xbox app.
I just can't trust the AI to tell you that.
Yeah, I'm skeptical.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll
But
we'll
that's
find out. It'll
but
be
that's
interesting.
very
We'll come back to it.
interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting to me. And I think I'll be honest, I saw the thing about the Fortnite stuff being added and the Ubisoft Classics that I wasn't bothered about. And I don't really use the EA Play as well. And I am considering going to the PC Game Pass tier. I'm thinking about it. I haven't pulled the trigger. I don't think I can. Let's talk about that for a second. The Xbox website crashed. Number of people trying to cancel
really?
their subs. The cancellation page completely broke.
Great.
Which is hilarious and awful. And,
I mean,
right before their handheld comes out, let's also acknowledge the timing of this as well. Your Xbox PC unified device that is going to be pushing Game Pass subs, you would think. Right before that drops, they're up in it. Up in the Ultimate tier. FTW mentioning it's games you own potentially as an option for streaming there.
So how does this affect like the ROG Ally? You'd have to, if you wanted to cloud stream on that, you'd have to have a console tier or Ultimate. We think.
No, because the thing is the cloud streaming, and it says playable on PC, console, and cloud, Essential, Premium, Ultimate. So the cloud streaming, because it's browser-based, don't forget, it's not done through the app anymore. It's browser-based. It's xbox.com/play. You can cloud stream on any tier now. So that that to me then seems silly, because if you could do it on Essential where you pay less, like $6.99 a month, surely you can do it on the PC tier where you're paying more. That would seem crazy to me if you can't. Yeah, I wish I could find an infographic that has like the ticks. You know what I mean? Like it shows like the columns of what each tier offers. If that exists somewhere, that would be really handy, because then you could see like without any sort of confusion, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if I've covered it on the.
Or compare all features. I think I might have found somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. Does it let me PC Game Pass? Play day one. So interesting when I've got like PC Game Pass £13.49 a month, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you were right, $29.99 a month. Both of them have ticks for day one games included.
Yeah, I remember when I looked at it like from a value perspective, you're obviously trying to justify the PC pricing in terms of how much cheaper, because it was cheaper before than obviously it was cheaper than Ultimate before, but it was always been considerably cheaper. And obviously PC gamers are used to not having to pay to play online, so there's that element that you basically should have to take off the cost of the core tier from the PC.
Yes.
Like from Ultimate, you should subtract the cost of core because PC people don't want to pay for online multiplayer. But then you're still nowhere near the PC price.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know,
this Chronic making a really interesting point here. Game Pass for him is all about the day one. It's been the selling point the whole time. I agree. I think that is the marquee thing. When they announced that at the first, that day one titles were part of the sub. Now it's too much. They're so desperate to push their cloud gaming at the cost of their loyal users. Last straw. FTW mentioned, I went and looked at my Xbox app on PC and they had some things, but it was convoluted. Tom mentioning, I think they want to push day one people to buying the games they're going to play day one instead, because it's not covering the dev costs.
And that's really interesting because I don't know if we've said on the show, but like a month ago, I got rid of my Game Pass Ultimate because I felt it was too expensive at whatever it was, $16.99. Because the games I wanted to buy or was interested in, like Battlefield, Jump Space, Arc Raiders, The only thing I was playing that wasn't in Game Pass was Rematch, which I've bought because it was cheap. All those games, none of them are in Game Pass, so it was a case of, as well as £16.99, I'm going to be paying like £40, £60, £60 for these games that are coming out, and I just couldn't justify it. Well, all the games we're playing are like free to play, or the big games coming out that aren't in Game Pass. It was different last year where we had hit after hit after hit from first party. You could justify the day one cost, but I don't think you can now. And when like Fable comes out, I'll just buy Fable because I'll have saved enough on Ultimate that I've got the money to buy Fable.
It always falls back to, is it being used, right? Is it fundamentally, are you using the thing that you're paying for? Is the advantage of the day one that you're getting by subscribing to Ultimate something you are utilizing? And if the answer is no, it is not worth that money, because I think these guys in chat are right. I think that day one releases were the selling point of that Ultimate tier. Chronic mentioned, they came out and said it was sustainable because it is. They have announced that they've got really good revenue. It is sustainable, but I think this is actually in some ways, and we mentioned it in chat here as well. Tom mentioned a really interesting point about extracting the most they can from people who just sub for a month when a new game comes out. So they're saying they're attracting subscribers, but this is a way to then sort of, gain some additional revenue there. FTW saying as well, I've always used my reward points for PC Game Pass, which is really, I'm a big fan of Microsoft rewards, so I think that might be something to consider. There has been some adjustments there too. Some of them are capped, and also then you can earn more the higher tier you are in Game Pass now. I can confirm, by the way, cloud gaming not supported on PC Game Pass, which is very interesting for me. I think that's just an interesting wrinkle. You could argue that on PC, if you're subscribing to that, you've got a gaming PC and therefore you're playing it natively. But as part of my PC Game Pass subscription, if I then buy the Xbox Ally X, I can't then take my games and stream them if that device can't play them natively. Which it can. We know it can play native PC games, but if it can't play them at the fidelity or quality that I want, I can't then stream them to access that. That's not an option for me under the current sub. But then again, it's usage case, right? If you're buying a handheld, you're not expecting it to be that premium desktop experience. It's deliberately handheld. I would have liked, I think, given that Essential is $6.99 and includes cloud gaming now, I would have liked them to have included that in PC Game Pass. I think that's a bit of a swing and a miss from them. Tricky decision for me there.
It's hard. I think you can see that they don't want to alienate Essential, Premium, and PC tiers. Mm-hmm. But it's their whole strategy has been strange for a while, and we've seen there's hardware shortages. They're not pushing hardware. They're increasing the price of hardware. It's like they're doing everything they can possibly do to alienate the console base, and they've been doing that for year after year after year, focusing on PC, doing things to piss off console players, and it's just a bit weird. I think the people I'd be amazed if the people that spend the most money on Xbox are not console players. Yet they are constantly trying to kind of curry favor with PC, and I understand the importance of getting new players onto PC, and it's more feasible to do that than console, but I don't know. I presumably Essential and Premium kind of match the PlayStation pricing. I don't know if that's true, but I would imagine that's why they've kept those prices where they are, is because it's broadly equivalent to the PlayStation pricing.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, even the branding's the same, now. So, I did look at it and start to think, is that where I'm leaning towards now? Is that better value for me and what I'm using? Because I don't cloud stream.
What would the impact be on you? So what would you have to say if right now you switch to PC Game Pass? Mm-hmm. You would just have to play the game. You have all the games via Game Pass anyway. Are there any you'd have to buy that you don't have? I guess there aren't any. No.
Not that I can think of, because the library's pretty like for like across PC and Ultimate, and it always was and still is.
Are they all play anywhere though?
A lot of them are. Yes, a lot of them are. Because they often, you see that in the update, don't you? When they get added into Game Pass, you see mention that the following titles also support Play Anywhere. So Um,
Yeah.
Interesting FTW saying are these moves laying some foundations for a very PC orientated platform for them? Is this where we're heading with Xbox? Because they've seen that that's where the growth is, and that Xbox as a console is stagnating.
It will be funny, yeah, because we'll get it will come out and they'll say we're seeing declining console numbers but increased PC numbers in the same way they've kind of pushed people into digital. That will be their justification, and then eventually it will just be we're just releasing a PC box that plugs into your TV.
Yeah.
But effectively it's a PC, and that's they'll say that's where the market wants to go, but it's in reality they're pushing people in that direction with their decisions. I'm not saying it's the wrong way to go, particularly. I'm quite in favour of a PC box if they, bring your console games to it somehow.
It has a sort of like a console-like ease of setup and UI, and we're seeing that obviously with the Xbox handheld UI, which has now become more ubiquitous across things like the Xbox ROG Ally, and if that's where we're heading, this definitely feels foundational to that. It feels like we're just getting those first steps. Well, definitely a story that we're going to follow up on. This is going to be something that
tell us
that returns.
Tell us what you decide.
Yeah. I think...
can't get any lower than core without selling my Xbox. So
keep it essential. I think I think this is going to be something I'd like us to follow up on. This could be an interesting check-in, I think, and I really was thinking about it. The Fortnite thing actually really bugs me because
they've obviously made a deal for both things. They will have made a deal with Ubisoft and Epic to it's not the full cost of those things obviously that Microsoft are having to pass on, but it's going to be like at least a couple of pounds on the subscription fee that you're paying for something you're never going to use. It's not being included for free. So there's going to be something you're paying towards it. If you don't use those Ubisoft games, you don't play Fortnite, then what's the justification for the increase? No one is increasing their subscription costs by whatever this has been, £8 at a time. It's like £2 a year or something palatable. To do it like this again after whenever it was a year and a half ago, when they did the day one stuff and introduced Ultimate or forced people into Ultimate for day one games, and there was that. It's not long ago that we've had like bumper increases.
Yeah, and don't forget we're off the back of 2 console price increases this year.
Yeah. Right.
Let's not forget that is the reality that we're facing right now, and every platform's raised prices this gen, which is I still find absolutely mental.
But for digital stuff, it's like there are obviously big overheads to there's a lot about cloud server costs and things like that, but it's not quite the same as the supply chain for hardware that there's so many different areas and tariffs that increase and affect the pricing. But digital stuff, it's really in their lap how much they want to increase prices.
And speaking of digital in that sense, I'm seeing a lot of sentiment here in chat across a few messages saying about how important the library is, that people will be willing to go to a PC-like box if the library was able to somehow be there. And play anywhere is a good sort of halfway step with that, because if you're just going to get a PC optimized version of the same game with cloud saves, well, happy days. That's great. There's no issue there at all. But I'd want that to be ubiquitous across my library. I'd want my games to be there because I've invested so much in this Xbox console ecosystem.
I think they will sort that out. We said last week when there was this news about they've invested the most ever this year in Game Pass or whatever. Possibly it was in relation to this. Maybe they spent it on the development of these new tiers.
Sure.
But this year's been bad in my opinion for Game Pass. The quantity and quality of the games hasn't been there, certainly compared to the previous year. So then to have this at the end, and I went on pure Xbox before this when I saw the news, and it was like bumper drop of new games into Game Pass, and it's basically the Ubisoft classic titles, which for me isn't. I would wait for a Ubisoft sale and spend £10 on an Assassin's Creed game that I want or something, rather than. Yeah, I guess I'd go out and play them. I'd try them out and stuff. Games that I haven't played, but it's not like a big deal for me. Similar to chat, like I I'm interested in the new games. Saving money on buying new stuff is the reason I was sub to Ultimate, not like old Assassin's Creed games. And then to like in the middle tier, they've added all the PC games, and then I think Pure Xbox were like bumper like additions to the middle tier, and but they're all PC games that probably most people on that tier can't play anyway. So, particularly for Ultimate, they unless you play Fortnite, like you say, or unless you want to play the Ubisoft back catalogue for some reason because you've not done it already, there's no justification for the price, and they're going to lose a lot of people to PC if it's possible to lose them to PC, or I think they'll just see the numbers drop, unfortunately.
Or people get alternative ways of getting the keys. So, like, for instance, Chronic mentioned CD keys as a way to get his subscription. He's been sub for 14 years, and now he's going to get around them just by getting it cheaply with a key reseller.
I know, yeah, I was considering that, and I'm kind of in two minds as to whether to do that or to just get the games that I want. Like, I think it will probably work out roughly the same. Depends how many games you play, obviously.
Yeah. Something just to clarify, FTW mentioned about you don't actually need any of the tiers to play Fortnite, if I'm correct. And you are correct. It's free to play still. And Xbox had already mandated you don't need any kind of... Well, it was always used to be Xbox Live Gold, but now obviously you don't need a subscription to play it. What we're referring to here is the Fortnite Crew $9.99 a month subscription, which is now bundled in with Ultimate's new pricing. So no one, I think, could argue with the Ubisoft Plus Classics collection and Fortnite Crew sub being bundled in there for less than the cost of one of them. If you just took that value proposition and you are playing the Ubisoft games and you want to play Fortnite, each of those individually cost $9.99 and the price has gone up by £6, right? So, you know, on that sense, Ultimate now very much represents you're the have your cake and eat it too. If you are using those things, you go for that tier. But I think the way that they have structured that top end tier, I think is actually it's going to do the opposite of what they need, surely, which is to increase revenue. It's going to push people down to Essential and Premium or PC, which haven't had any price adjustments. We've seen with the Xbox side crashing, I think it's going to push people down a tier. For sure, and that's where I
don't understand it. Logically, it doesn't make sense to me. Fortnite, how many Fortnite players are subscribed to all? How many Fortnite players that play it enough to warrant having the battle pass are paying for Game Pass Ultimate? I just don't see there being the numbers there, because it's a free to play game. You have to invest time in it. So what else are you going to be playing? That warrants Game Pass Ultimate. It's surely there can't be a huge number of a big crossover there. It's weird.
Yeah, no, I agree. And now looking at sort of where this is landing, it's looking at my usage case, right? Like, so I'm now going to be paying a significant increase a month for additional features I'm not using, and current ones I don't do the cloud. I have used it because it was there, and I had a couple of instances where I wanted to play it, but practically speaking, I think PC Game Pass is more likely what I'm gonna use it for. I think that's actually... It makes sense. It's day one games, the library's there, a lot of them are play anywhere. It includes EA Play. I've got a PC now that's a barnstormer that will actually, be able to leverage these titles well, having never had one in any way that was capable enough to do any of that. That's kind of... this will be a check-in. This will be a follow-up for sure to kind of see where we both landed on this one. Folks, thank you so much for sticking with us. It's been amazing seeing the back and forth in chat tonight, seeing your takes, and this has been really, really interesting. Thank you so much for making this such a lively show. We knew going in, we both said off air how much we were looking forward to tonight, especially with this, with the amount we've had to cover. And we are not done yet. Mike and I are going to jump into some jump space. Hoping it's a little more stable. It's currently in early access. There has been a patch. There has been some hot fixes. We're going to give it a go. Hopefully we manage to stay in a game so you guys can check out one of our all-time... Well, I mean, I'll say all-time. This has instantly landed for me as like one of my... For this gen... one of my favourite games so far this gen in terms of co-op as an experience. So stick with us. We're going to be playing some Jump Space live on air to wrap out our System Link show this evening. We'll be back shortly. Hey folks, we're back. Enjoy. I'm so glad I looked up and saw that. That is do that one more time. That is horrifying. That is I would stack that up against Alien Isolation. That is a horror film right there. That is horrific. Say some words for me, Mike, just to make sure we are live and functional. There they are.
Yeah, I'm here.
The words are there. Right.
I haven't pumped the ball up yet.
That's
Let's
gonna be some lore. Let's go straight in.
There are some interesting options for our next expedition.
I actually really like the voice acting in this.
Yeah.
I think we go for this. This was I recognise the ice planet. There, obviously the route through will change, but I recognise this.
Yeah. Let's go.
Mission is selected, readying up.
Get ready and let's head out.
Everything's installed. That must look crazy on your screen. Feels good. Oh. This loading screen makes me so nervous. I've seen the PC version streaming this. It doesn't look like this. These hiccups aren't on the PC version. So they just, there's some wonkiness to go there.
PC. That's all you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. Given that it's, the topic of the episode, but no worries.
The Legion cargo ship is temporarily
That's really good.
in the sector a few jumps ahead.
PC is really good.
It is PC. PC, singular, is really good. We've got some materia. Now, the middle tier here.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galaxy map. We've got to get those chart fragments. I'm leaning to that, I think.
Yeah, because I think as well, we don't have that much time potentially, so we kind of want to do the path of least resistance through.
Precisely.
It would be nice to have a way to resume these when you're kind of midway through them, or to like save a state.
Save a run, sort of thing.
Yeah,
absolutely. I've got a materia container over here.
Oh.
I might actually quickly craft a little something. I haven't got enough materia. I love that I can see.
Did you cash in the one that you got?
I did, yeah. I did. Just didn't have. There wasn't much in it. I love that I could just see that you're either on the bridge or in your jump seat, which is great.
Is there any round here anywhere? Checking scanners. Doesn't look like it. Oh shit!
Neither of us have risked getting out
No,
the
not
seat
yet.
I need to see it though, because the thing is I can't in this view. I love the idea if you just turn into pate or something. Like I don't know what happens if you just disintegrate.
Yeah.
There's a ship in the sector carrying a
I love the
We need to
the
destroy
lighting and how varied. This is
Very
another varied
atmospheric,
area.
isn't it?
Yeah, another varied area.
I'll check scanners. Yeah, we got some enemies.
Yeah, jammer ship 4.4 kilometers away. Now, how are we looking on our
Ooh,
weapons?
some mines.
As mines, did you say? Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, the engine. I don't know whether that's... I don't recognise that. The smoking engine effects look amazing back here. I don't reckon... I think this might be new. This feels like an addition. Look at this. I could be wrong. I might have just not noticed.
No, I think you can tell when the engines are on. Like
Okay.
if you were driving the ship, you won't have seen because you were normally driving the ship.
Yeah.
But, when you drive the ship, you can see the engines are firing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe the stationary engines is a new thing, but
Yeah, I just don't recognise that. The
should we try to clear out the ships first because we tend to get interrupted, don't we?
Yeah, I think so. I've got the railgun powered up, so we've got our big boy pants weapon.
Oh, okay. So I can't actually use that at the moment.
You should be able to. It should be.
And this is for the turrets. This one though.
No, I think that weapon station you can switch weapons in it. I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're
I
right.
think you can. So what are we gonna box off, like, try and get rid of this jammer ship or the gunship?
Well, I think that's just clear out the enemy ships in the zone and then do the jammer ship.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because then we can do it together, can't we?
Yeah, nice. Nice, boxing off a couple of fighters.
Well, you don't get much of an angle with the railgun, do you?
No, it's tight. It's powerful, but it's very, very tight. I love that I can see you aiming this, by the way. It's so cool. If I pull us up beside the gunship.
Yeah, I'm just reloading at the moment.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice!
Disabled the jammer. We can leave whenever we want, but
Oh, I think there's actually some stuff on it.
Yeah, I might actually switch for the turrets because it's where there's lots of ships. It's quite tricky.
Yeah, nice. Oh, it's so cool.
Oh,
I
I've
can
got
see you in the
the
engine room. I'm gathering some materia while you're doing that.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Okay, turrets back online.
Nice.
Let's
Bringing
see
us
if we can
back
get
around to
something
the... there was some... I think that gunship dropped some supplies. You're about 250 meters out. Won't take you much once you eject. Other ships are holding position. I'm going to track them on scanners. The other immediate area is clear. So just these to deal with. Also some ship remains as well. Is that you gathering materia?
Yeah, I was just having a quick look.
I'm going to craft a shield repair unit. I'll start topping up the shields. Where am I going?
I've got a ship repair kit here.
Oh, nice.
Shield unit
Which I'll bring back.
Shield unit installed.
Shields being upgraded. Well, not upgraded, but repaired. I can't top these up anymore. I think we might have taken some damage on one of these shields because I can't seem to up that fourth one, that fourth segment.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're showing, all four of them are showing us online. I can't seem to do anything with them. I don't know whether that's...
Maybe you have to, yeah, maybe you have to wait for it to go down completely. I don't know. That'd be
Yeah.
a bit weird. I've put the repair kit in, but I don't know if that would actually do it or not.
Doesn't look like it's made a difference yet. Let's see what happens. Might be that...
I mean, it's in the by the transporter if you want to use it.
Oh, nice.
What do we do with the? Just have to disassemble the artifacts, don't we?
That's right, because it adds materia. Did you get the stuff from that just off the starboard bow? Did you get the loot from the gunship we just?
I'm just doing it. Just doing it now.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that was so cool. I looked at the view screen and just saw you launch yourself out to it. That was great.
Quite disorienting when you're on the sort of gravity plates of the ship.
And you walk up and round, don't you?
Yeah.
I've got. Oh, please, folks, enjoy the fact that I've got my Burly Bird. Got my Burly Bird purple ship, which is feeling very Covenant actually. Now that I think about it, there's a minefield and then another gunship for us to take down.
Yeah.
Anything else in that loot, or is that it?
Yeah, there's a couple more things, I think.
I'll launch.
Just can only carry one at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I should leave loads of guns behind and just bring loads of stuff back. Be more sensible. I assume you can do
Yeah,
that.
I've stacked them up. I've got all 3. Because I've only got a pistol, so I've got inventory space. Inventory space. Infantry is soldiers. Yeah, when you go over the corner, it really fucks you up, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it's clear now, though? Yeah?
Yeah, no, that's been pillaged.
Okay.
We need to clear the other gunship, take the minefield, and then there's actually, before we jump out, there is obviously the map fragment, but also looks like there's another ship to pillage as well, for some more gubbins.
Yeah.
You said you've activated the main weapons, haven't you? The railgun's disabled?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's head up towards this other ship. Couple of fighters knocking about here. Oh, it's the gunship. He's out of range.
Yeah. Is it coming towards us or is it staying there?
No, it's holding position for the moment.
Alright.
Should we go have a look?
Let me leave my...
I've just detected a jump
Cool.
signature.
Wait.
Something have arrived close to your position. Use your sensors to scan.
Okay.
Yep. Weak fighter. Unknown... Oh, you can actually... There's actually a scanning thing that you actually do to the unknown signature.
Yeah, when you get to the sector, you have to scan everything.
Corvette. So one up from a gunship. Powerful ship carries valuable components on board. So we're going to
nice.
want to
Where
take
is
that
that?
thing down. It is...
You Oh yeah, I see it.
You got it?
Yeah. God, we're going to struggle. I might want to switch back to the railgun for that, actually.
Do it. 2.2 kilometers away. I think we push it.
Yeah. I kind of want
Interestingly,
to board something as well, you know.
well, I was going to say, we might not... We're going to want to board it, right? Rather than attack it. Oh, they are pushing
Well, I don't
towards
know.
us.
I don't know, because we'd get the debris.
Oh, yes,
We'd
of course we
get
would.
what
Yes, of course we would. You're right.
Okay, I'm on the railgun.
Yeah.
Okay. Should be a bit easier to hit this than the others. I mean, this is what the railgun's for, isn't it? Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. That missile barrage was intense. Doing some evasive... Oh, Shatner. They track you, those missiles, for a while. I just had to evade them twice. Missile lock.
God, the railgun's not doing much to it.
I know. I'm going to piddle. Nice.
That's hardly doing anything.
Shields at 50%.
Whereas with the
I just ate
turret, I
those.
could probably shoot the missiles as well.
That's a good point. That needs to be my job as well. Oh, they're really hard to hit. Ah. Shields at 25%.
At range of the railgun.
I'll get in closer. It's the missiles that are the problem at the moment. Ah. Shields holding at 25%. I managed to take out a couple of those missiles. Shields are down.
Yeah, taking hull damage. Nearly got it there.
Ship needs ammo. Build ship ammunition corvette disabled. You may board it and look for valuables.
Oh, cool.
Ah, nice.
Probably need to repair first, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Has anything else snuck up on us while we've been doing this? Gunship's out
Yeah,
of
we got a
range.
Shield booster, did you say?
I did actually. They should be on the shelf down in the storage near the transporter bay. Just going to do a quick sensor sweep. We've got nothing. Yeah, nothing in our immediate vicinity at the moment. I wish the sensors would give you the distance. That'd be really helpful if they did. Rather than having to be in the first-person view. They did say they're doing a scanning overhaul as one of their updates in one of the seasons. Did you find the shield thing?
Yeah, I've got it.
Nice.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
Okay, I've only done 2. Try and catch the other one. Right. I need to get my guns back. Do we think it's going to be enemies over there? Guess we have to assume.
I'm loading for bear. I've got room to carry 1 item. So I've got a submachine gun and I've got my RPG.
Yeah, I'll just take my
Dude,
SMG.
Before we go, can you just look through the view screen? Look at the Corvette and the way it's floating in space.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
The rotation. Right, let's do this. Launching. Okay. Oh, yeah, actually, no, that's your one. I've got to go to mine.
Ah, cool damage. And because it's spinning as well. Oh, shit. Whoa.
Glad I've crafted an RPG.
I didn't expect we'd get enemies on the hull.
That's really cool, actually. And they were probably like trying to repair it or something. Like, that's so cool. Energy conduit?
Energy conduit.
Nice.
Don't really know what that did.
Open this up. A biofission generator. Open these doors directly in front of us. It's an auxiliary generator. We can start running our weapons at the same time.
Oh, cool. Amazing.
Get off the ship.
Oh, shit.
I've got the... Yeah, disabling the generators, like, basically just, like, fucked it up. There might be other stuff on board, though.
That's too late.
Let's get out of there. We should be at safe distance to the ship.
God, only just.
Oh, that was great.
Amazing.
High
Definitely need to get back to the hangar then.
Yeah, I'm on the way.
I might head to that other cache just while I'm out and about. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
not far.
nice.
And then we probably need to move on, don't we?
We do. Yep, we've got additional power options now.
Excellent.
Auxiliary generator B.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you'd have the railgun and the turrets on at the same.
Yes. Where did you say you were heading?
Just to that, light station. That's got some loot.
Nice. Assault turrets and one of the 2 railguns we have access to are now on and powered.
Great. I've got a shield unit here, so I'll put it in when I get back.
Yep, I'm gathering some materia as well. I do like the sort of like, I mean, busy work. I don't know whether that's fair, but like I like that just operating the ship. Okay, we've got to upgrade the shields. We've got to look at the power grid. We've got to harvest our materia. We're retrieving stuff from like wreckages and like I like the amount of like I'm always busy playing Jump Space. I'm always doing stuff. So you had. So basically, it's just the map fragment then, the map relay. That's it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the ship remains?
I don't think so.
Because I've got a buoy that I've detected, a buoy, and also there's some materia I think I can fly into just in front of us.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think it's from the wreckage of the Corvette.
I do think though we may just because we've got the high value loot, maybe we just want to move on.
We need to get that map fragment though. That's the next.
Yeah,
one.
sorry. Yeah, after that, just
We'll get
because
that
like
and go.
the one I just went to, it had like shield, the shield emitter thing.
Okay.
Oh, host is not responding. It says.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Are you
Attempting to reconnect.
Oh god, okay.
Because it's going to make us wait till the jump, isn't it? That'll be the trouble.
I can still see you.
Oh, I'm still here. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
That's weird.
Oh, nervous.
Yeah.
Coming into range of the map fragment.
Cruise control engaged. Cruise control disengaged. Shield unit installed.
Well, it's actually like a physical thing to like retrieve. There's also some loot and supplies here as well as an on-foot ammo box.
Shield unit installed.
Yeah, nice. Shield's looking good. There's an
I can't
RPG
actually
here.
carry anymore. Yeah, I've got one already. So that's the sort of thing. I mean, I get there's obviously value to disassembling it, but I feel like the loot isn't possibly valuable enough to make it worth going there and back loads of times.
Sure.
Galaxy chart. Bring it back to the hangar for analysis. With more of new regions.
Oh, so we keep finding these fragments, and that's what gets us to the new areas with new missions.
Yeah.
And nice. So, what have I got to bring it?
What can I do for you?
I don't know whether I want to disassemble it. That doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
No, I think you just put it on the shelf till we get back, don't you?
Oh, maybe. Oh, as in like that's something we sort of trade in, if you like.
Oh, I think it says take it back to the hangar, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. There you go. Map fragments on the shelf. Right, I'm ready to jump.
Let me just get rid of this material.
We've got a fleet blockade in the next area that we're jumping to.
Okay.
You'll have access now to the turrets and the railgun, or one of the railguns. I don't think
nice.
we have. I'd have to start disabling other systems if I want to have both railguns active at the same time, which obviously helps with like with the slow. See, I'm wondering if once I've jumped, I don't need the jump drive to be on the whole time, and once we've scanned, I could disable those, and. Oh, no, I don't think that will fit. Yeah, I think I could make it work. I could sort of, like, get us in there and then reconfigure the power for full weapons. 2 railguns and the turrets.
Yeah, nice.
So I think we're going to need it. This blockade's going to be tricky business. Okay, so that's interesting. You have to actually have a clear jump path. So at the moment, we're, like, physically blocked.
Yeah.
Which I like. So, you can't just leave the system. You've got to still maneuver and plot your course, essentially. There's too much debris in the way. Let's get above this. Oh, the planet reveal. It just looks so good. Right, we're ready.
Detecting jump signatures. It's an
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
God, we're never going to get there.
I love the dynamic stuff happening. This is really different. Like that Corvette when it beamed in, the unknown signature detected. Oh man, shields at 50%. What we got there? Nice. Is it relatively easy to switch between the different weapons?
Kind of. But it's like a different approach. I mean, it's quick, but it's it's such a different gun to use that it kind of throws you off when you switch.
Yeah, of course. Oh, it's a fighter. I thought that was the jammer ship. Oh, there you go. There you go. Right, done. Getting us out of here.
Hang on! Ah!
Quick! I love the high stakes of that. Let's do it. Once we arrive, we'll scan the sector and I'll start reconfiguring the power. Diverting the
I'll
power
need
to
to put the
weapons.
shields out as well.
Yeah.
jammer. We'll need to get inside and disable it before we can proceed.
I'll get on shield duty.
And I will start reconfiguring the power grid.
Oh, we need to scan first, maybe.
Yeah, doing that. Oh man, it is sentry-tastic.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
Nice.
Okay, back to full shields.
Everything in the region's currently scanner. There's sentry turrets all littered around this sector. And a medical buoy with the stuff in it as well. Diverting power.
Yeah, I guess the only thing is if we get ambushed or something, we'll be have to quickly shift stuff around. It'd be interesting.
It's gonna require us to to again divert stuff, which will be interesting. Ah, I've got enough in the auxiliary power for us to keep the sensors online.
Oh, cool.
The only thing that's disabled is the jump drive, and that's fine. We don't need that until the sector's clear. So I've got the 2 rail guns, our assault turrets, and the sensors all operational with our main engines as well, the drift phase engine.
Nice. Okay.
Right, I'm setting a course for the wreckage. At least I suppose now with the 2 sentries, you'll be able to switch between them.
Yeah.
When they're reloading and stuff, or back to the assault turrets. When you switch between them, by the way, it does like a little laser boo-boo. Which is great.
It's cool. They're on different sides of the ship, so you literally do switch between them. What's this thing on the left? Is this it?
This is our wreckage that we have to investigate.
Okay.
We actually have to land here.
Oh, nice.
Cruise control engaged. Cruise control engaged. Cruise control engaged.
You're right there, pal.
I just came at it from the wrong angle.
Parking procedure initiated. Parking procedure complete.
Okay. We're
Right.
down.
Okay, I'm off. Clear on the landing pad.
Okay.
The console here will open the door to the jammer, but it needs power to do it. There should
This
be
looks like the cargo bay from the Elite Force tutorial.
Yeah, like you don't want to land in that gas.
Oh.
The battery itself is radioactive.
Goes in here, does it?
I hope so.
The jammer is behind that locked door. I have located batteries in the area. You can use them to bypass the mechanism and open the door.
Oh shit, we gotta go away now.
Oh, is it really far out? Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, we're ready for
Yeah,
combat.
too far.
We're going to be taking on those sentry turrets.
These are quite long, aren't they?
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Because you have to sort of really...
Is there only one? There's 2 things after this, aren't there?
One.
Just don't know.
One
if
more.
it's feasible. Oh, is there only one? Okay.
Just one more, yeah. That's the retrieving the salvage cargo. Got some sentry turrets here that's out of range, but will be coming into range shortly.
Okay, I'll get inside.
Yep, they're seeing us. Oh, they pack a punch. Jesus. Listen, buddy. little buddy there is causing issues. Oh no, you've gone in it now. Nice. Coming up on the next landing site.
Parking procedure initiated.
I'll hop off.
Parking procedure complete.
Oh, looks like there's probably going to be some loot like this one.
Okay. Assisting.
Oh, where is it?
Possibly in here.
Lost the target.
We're under attack.
It detected some hostile ships. No eyes on. Let's just keep moving. Ah!
Target out of range.
I've got it.
Nice.
The fuses need to be brought back to the console. But
Shit.
they are quite radioactive.
All the way back.
Prolonged
Yeah.
exposure is not recommended.
God, this is a yeah, gonna take some time.
Target out of range.
I'm gonna have to drop it for a second. Just need to let my radioactivity settle. If we collect both of them, we'll do it in one trip. Oh, radioactivity on the ship. Is
Oh,
gonna,
shit.
So we're gonna have to go quick. We might have to return it.
Lost the target.
Yeah. Oh god, it's going quickly. Yeah, just get us there quick.
Get us there, yeah?
Yeah.
Launching.
Initiating takeoff.
Oh, I see. So I think it's only if we're in the cargo bay that's a problem, possibly.
Yeah,
So
radiation
we
on
can
board.
possibly go to the next one.
Yeah, are we losing any... Are we taking damage right now? Are we alright?
Lost the target.
Looks alright. Just if we go to the cargo bay, we take radiation.
Got it. We got a Corvette as
Corvette.
well. I'm going to keep us moving. I'll start heading to the other objective. Shields at 50%.
Parking procedure initiated. Parking procedure complete.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call that parking.
Floating.
Weapons hot. Time to dance.
Let's do it as quick as we can.
Oh shit, what's Buddy firing at?
The fuses need
Ah!
to the console.
Right, let's just get
Is
the
the
fuse.
Corvette attacking us?
It is, yeah. I'll get the fuse.
Yeah, okay. I might take off just so to give Buddy a better
Yeah.
angle on the Corvette.
Do it.
Initiating takeoff.
Loading up fresh ammo.
Oh, he's busy.
Entering the combat station.
Is he
I
on
don't know if
the...
Buddy can use the
Is he on the weapons?
railgun there.
Oh, okay. He's just using the main weapons.
I think so.
I'm going to need a pickup.
Yeah,
I need a lift.
coming to you.
I've got it.
Ah,
Target acquired.
how do I get to you?
Um,
Are you
I-
around the other side?
No, I'm on that. You just actually flew past me. I'm gonna have to drop
Oh,
the
shit.
radioactivity for a minute because I'm on death's door. There, I see you.
We're getting...
I see you getting hammered. I'm on the way.
Coming to you.
Lost the target.
I got it.
Can you grapple?
Yep, I'm grappled.
No, no.
I'm on board. Shit, I've got to drop this.
So where are we going now?
We need to head back towards the where the fuses are to power the door. So the 2.7 kilometers, I think. It's that main objective.
Taking out the trash.
I've got the radioactive battery. I'm heading inside now.
Ammo.
Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Those fuses might get to the console by themselves, you know.
Shit, I'm gonna die.
Ready for battle.
I love how intense this is.
Yeah.
Parking procedure initiated.
Ah, so the power is being slightly affected by radioactive isotopes on the ship. So like on the power grid, there's like a radioactive symbol bouncing around.
Corvette is coming.
Initiating takeoff.
Both batteries are on the shelf.
Oh, I thought you just got off with it. Sorry.
No, I haven't yet. No. Are we by the objective?
Yeah,
Locked and loaded.
Understood.
we're just getting pinged by the Corvette. It might be worth just...
I'm gonna run the
you
fuses
saying we-
over.
Okay. Alright.
I think that's gonna be the best method. We just gotta get this thing off the ship.
Alright.
Procedure initiated. Parking procedure initiating takeoff.
Oh, it's so sick. I just saw you take like evasive maneuvers there. Hull integrity at 75%.
Great.
Second fuse is inserted.
Target destroyed.
The ship needs ammo. Corvette disabled. You may board it and look for valuables.
Nice.
Oh, there's another one. Jesus.
Okay, let's take a second. We'll effect some repairs, and then I can take the other battery off the ship. I'm on board.
That console won't operate without those fuses. Just so you know.
I know you bint. We're working on it.
Procedure initiated. Parking procedure complete.
I'll get us a repair kit.
Okay.
Lost the target.
Heading to the core.
I'll do the shields.
How close are we to the fuse? Are we sort of near?
We're parked on the platform.
Oh yeah, amazing. I'll get it off the ship.
Lost the target.
Buddy, you're blind. Oh, sneezing.
That alarm's going to get annoying in a minute.
Target out of range.
I apologise.
Not your fault.
Override complete. Good job.
Ready to open.
Is now ours to control whenever you are ready.
Just going to do the shields.
Access
Yeah,
granted.
nice.
Proceed to the jammer.
Target out of range.
Shield unit installed. Jump drive jammer disabled. You can now proceed to the next sector.
Nice.
Nice.
Shield unit installed.
Got
That's
some
full shields.
nice. Got some artifacts here
Lost the target.
for some materia. I'm getting on board.
Okay. You on?
Initiating.
I'm on board.
Lost the target.
I'll get onto the
How do you
weapons in a
do
sec.
the... how do you do the jump?
Target the jump sector. It'll be the
On the map, is it? Or...
yeah. I need to
on the
select it. I
screen?
think I need to do it first.
Oh, okay.
Once I've set the destination, this is it. This will be our retrieving the
Yeah.
crash site. Destination is selected. It should have now popped up.
Out of range.
Oh, yeah. Jump drive inactive.
Oh yeah, of course.
Huh.
course.
Target out of range.
Power's been rerouted.
Are you ready?
Oh! Yeah, I'm in. So you're holding it at like 94. That's great. Mike, this has been sick. I just don't crash. Just let this mission play out. Obviously doing an epic System Link stream tonight, but why the hell not?
Oh, cool planet.
That's the freighter. Destroy the ships protecting it before boarding.
Got it. I will man the turret.
No more targets on sensors.
Right, Hoth.
I am not convinced there's no more targets on sensors. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's busy. I'm going to get our other railgun going in case we get any other uninvited guests.
Okay.
Diverting power to weapons.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Oh, it's Gunship City. Accuracy's terrible. Nice. Shields are holding.
The ship needs ammo. Build
I'm replenishing ship ammo.
materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Yeah. Tracking that gunship. Got it. That was awesome as it flew past. That was great.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
I wish Buddy could do that.
Yep, come on, buddy.
Come on, Bud.
Do your job, bud.
Good job. Now board the freighter and find the cargo. Hurry. Enemy reinforcements are on their way.
Good to know.
Interesting. How does she know?
She's ever vessel.
Oh, I see. 9 minutes.
Yeah. How does she know? We're dead.
Parking procedure initiated.
Right.
Parking procedure complete.
Right, I'm going to take the RPG for this, I think.
Yeah, absolutely right. I might need to get some ammo, actually.
You need some ammo?
I got some ammo. Oh. There you go. Got some
is it
ammo
for,
over here.
for shares? Ah,
Ah,
apparently I don't need it.
Grabbing ammo.
Right. Time is of the essence.
let's do it.
I never know the way out.
Follow me to the airlock.
Oh, you...
Sabotage. Three pieces of cargo to secure.
This looks familiar.
Yeah, this would have been in one of our... Because we did get here. We did get to this part of the mission. This part of the mission stays the same. This is where we
Oh,
disconnected last time.
Another railgun.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Me likey. Yep, I'm doing it.
Yeah, can always come back for that RPG, can't we? Whoa!
Indeed. Ah. Oh, it's Wigan.
What's going on?
He was wigging out. Yeah, the railgun's a monster.
How's the ammo work? Is it unlimited or?
No, it's not. It's like the RPG. It's got like 4 shots.
I will require some time to make.
Long charge, but very powerful.
I have located the cargo in one of the containers.
That didn't take long.
Looks like it's a 2-person unlock if that symbol's to be read correctly. Ah. Ah! Get piddled.
Coming across.
Yeah, I tried that. You have to go up to this bridge here and then jump across. We got incoming.
The inside feels different, doesn't it? The
Yeah.
outside was the same.
Also, it's all like icy and frozen, which is not what it looked like before.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great. Now bring it to the ship.
Don't ever.
Shit. Just over 5 minutes to go.
Gosh, it's going to be tough, isn't it? I can only move slowly with this.
Okay, I'll cover you.
We can't do the next one though until it's back at the ship. Do you think?
Probably not, because it's going to take us both to unlock it. She's got the Binty's got to scan it and find where it
Oh,
is.
she could be getting on with that, couldn't she?
Yeah, come on, buddy. Yeah, eat it. Nice. At least you can grapple back to the ship, though, which is handy.
Yeah.
The level looks so good as well. Like, I love the sort of the icy planet.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't actually need to get on the ship.
That's the first crate. Keep going
Okay.
for more.
That's a good tactic, though, is you stay in the base while I come back.
Yeah, nice.
I have located the cargo in one of the containers.
Did you not have done that before?
Yeah.
Grabbing the RPG.
4.5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, this is going to be so tight. Go, 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 go. But we can't do our jetting in here, can we? Because it's all got...
I know. Oh, how do we get out there?
Oh, no, it's down here. It's on me.
Oh, shit.
Container and steal the cargo.
Need a car partner. This one's me this time.
Okay.
Take it to the ship.
Oh, yeah, you're not kidding.
I'll wait in here so it triggers the next one.
I've got a piddler on me. Oh. Thank you.
You got one following you?
I'm going to jog slowly because this is really heavy. I see your tracer fire.
Oh shit, I'm out of ammo.
I'll bring a box back with me.
Bring cargo to me.
Where'd you have to bring it?
So outside, it should be marked on your map.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I got it.
I've come back, so I need the ammo.
Oh, yeah, cargo transporter. Nice.
Good job.
Grab ammo. Grabbing ammo.
Got some ammo over here. Grabbing ammo.
I'm just, I'm just doing some more ammo because you need some now.
You need some ammo? Because I need some ammo.
I have located the
You got some ammo?
of the containers.
Also, we need to load up some ship ammo.
Yeah, we just need to get this thing. Come on.
Get some ship ammo, bud.
We haven't got time.
Oh, shit, yeah, 2.5 minutes. Fuck. Right, on the way. Have they
Some
found...
of these enemies are a bit wiggy, aren't they?
Yeah, they're wiggers. Yeah, they're all over the place. Like, this guy's wigging everywhere.
Oh no.
Container and steal the cargo.
2.5 minutes.
Uh,
Ah. Oh, two big boys at the back.
I've got problems of my own.
RPG took care of business.
Steal the cargo.
Oh, man, it's getting busy in here.
I'm waiting for you, pal.
Yeah. Let's do it. Nice. Clearing the... Oh, shit, we've got loads coming in.
Switching to the RPG.
Do it. Nice.
Um,
I'm running out of ammo, so I'll grab the crate.
okay.
Well done. Now move it on board.
Zoom. That looked properly like Agent Under Fire there.
Yeah, it does have a bit of that about it.
Bit of a Spider-Man going on. Minute 25 to go. We need to get back to the ship and reconfigure for weapons.
You got wiggers on you.
Yep, he's wiggling.
To the ship.
Heading to the cargo transporter.
Think we can just take off?
I think so, since we've got this done. We can try and get to the exit before the reinforcements.
Yep.
Done.
I'm being pursued. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's cool, though. There's an option for bonus cargo. That's really cool.
Initiating takeoff.
Nice. I loved walking onto the bridge and seeing your takeoff, by the way. That's just, it's so immersing.
I guess you have to plot a course.
Yep. Plotting a course.
30 seconds.
Destination selected.
Oh, there is another thing, isn't there, on the door? There's another two-person door you could do.
Oh, is there? Oh.
Yeah.
20 seconds. Get us out of here.
Jump driving active! Jump driving active!
Oh, shit! Ah! Ah! How much time have I got?
10 seconds!
Jump drive enabled. Go, go, go! I gotta get to the seat! Ah!
Preparing to enter.
Oh, no! Did you do it? Yes! That is so cool. That was awesome. I only just made it to my seat as well.
I was trying to watch on Twitch, but obviously there's a delay.
There's a delay. No, it's great. You'll see when I panic when you're like jump disabled. The camera like shakes as I'm running as I go. It's so good. Oh man. Returning to hangar. Yeah. You destroyed 13 ships. Big man.
You assembled 6 items.
I did. So now we've got that biofusion generators now. We've got that. That's our component on the ship, which is great. Oh. How did you achieve this?
RPG.
Oh. Also, what
I
the
didn't know it
hell?
was so effective.
What the hell? I killed you from so far away. The splash damage was insane.
Oh, we've got a little question. Let's go.
Yes, the auxiliary generators now installed on ship. There you go.
Great.
That's interesting. It says hold RB to upgrade to Mark II. So, and a lot of these, because we've now unlocked stuff. So like the railgun can be unlocked, but we don't. It's the M resource in the bottom left of the screen. The assault, everything can be upgraded, which is really, I didn't know that. So, do we upgrade our reactor to add additional power grid points?
I don't know why we wouldn't.
I think let's do it.
Look, whenever you are out there, please try to haul back as much loot as possible. Everything is valuable. I'll make sure it gets.
Yeah, that's cool.
Little peek.
Yeah, it's now Mark II.
Good to see you. Whoa, you did it! With these stabilizers, the ship is ready for an upgrade. Well done.
Sure, have a look.
Cool.
Sweet. Oh god. So, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to the latest episode of System Link with our epic jump space stream that immediately followed. Folks, you can find us at Burly Bird Media on all of the things. That is Facebook, Instagram, Threads, as well as YouTube, and also our Discord community. Thank you, folks, everyone, for tuning in. Mike, where can people find you?
You can find me at theXboxGuide.com and at theXboxGuide on Threads and Blue Sky.
Fantastic. Thanks again, everyone, for a great interaction in chat. This was so much fun, and we will see you next time.
See ya.